Welcome to the Rubio Method. Venture into the unfiltered world of Chris Rubio. The Rubio Method delivers an unapologetically edgy take on the often overlooked world of men's mental health. Rubio, a master communicator, wields a potent knack for no BS enlightenment. Step into this no-nonsense arena, where men are challenged to evolve and confront the man staring back at them from the mirror.
Focus up. I'm talking to you, TC. I know I'm a little late on this one, but happy retirement, my man. I'm very proud of you. He was a long time firefighter out in the LA area. He was actually one of the interviewees, person that I interviewed. Interviewee, is that a word, Jenna? Person that I interviewed, we'll go with that. He ended up commuting from Houston. So he's a frequent flyer like myself. Shout out to TC on his recent retirement. What's up? My name is Chris Rubio, host of the Rubio Method. This is episode 72. A shout out to everyone on LinkedIn, YouTube, X. The Rubio Method is also on Facebook, and it's also on TikTok and Instagram. So make sure you can comment, like, subscribe, share. If you have a question, feel free. It doesn't have to be on the topics we're covering, but it could be. Here's the topics we're covering today. The title of the episode is going to be Death, Bikinis, and Love. Oh, okay. So today on the Rubio Method, let's go 5 different categories. And everything happens for a reason. We're going to talk about how death sucks. Really does. For there are winners and losers in life. We're going to talk. There's a recent phenomenon going around, and I don't want to cover it, but I feel like I have to, and I'm not sure what the rage is. Jenna was kind of giggling, saying, "Rubio, you got to do it for yourself, for the fans, the viewers, and for the troops." And you know what? I'm going to. For Accept and Embrace, we're going to talk about the Democratic National Convention is in Chicago, and it should be a quote-unquote joy. Okay? Her name is Chastity, said, "Let's go." Working hard is not enough. Sometimes the simplest rules make the most sense. This category is all because my doctor, shout out, he's a great guy. I won't say his name because I don't know if he wants to be made public, but he said, you should talk about this right after the last show. And I go, done, I'm going to do it. And the last one, but not least, confidence is the key. I'm going to break down the show, The Love Boat, and how it correlates to your life. Just because everyone's making fun of me about it. They make fun of me about my Hallmark movies, and now you're making fun of me about The Love Boat, and I don't care. All that and much, much more on today's episode 72 of the Rubio Method. Jenna, I'm out.
You have been watching the Rubio Method. Take it away, Rubio.
Focus up. I'm talking to you, Angel. I'm not even going to pronounce your last name because I always mess it up. It's one of those super unique. I'll say a little bit bizarre, but for me it's bizarre, and I can't. There's too many vowels and consonants, so I'm not going to say it. But Angel, you know who I'm talking about. She's one of those people that's just a nice person. Every time you're done talking to her, you just feel like someone just gave you a hug, and it's a good hug. It's not a bad hug. My rule on hugs, for those of you ever hug me, belly button to belly button. That's number one. I don't care. It's kind of hard if you hug sub 60 Ed. Okay. Belly button to belly button. And number 2, never be the first to let go. Understand that? Belly button to belly button, never be the first to let go. You ever get a hug from me, trust me, that's exactly what's going to happen. All right. Everything happens for a reason. Death sucks. It really does. And I'm going to try my hardest to get through this without breaking down. It's going to be tough. This was a hard week for me. Yesterday, Monday, my mother-in-law was her 5th anniversary of her passing away. She was a great, great person. She was an amazing human being. She passed away too young. She was just one of those people like Angel, just always felt you like a big hug. Do you have pick number 2 for me, Jenna? Pick number 2. This is my mother-in-law, Barb. I've known her my whole life, just a great person. And it's just, I was talking to my wife, Julie, about it last night, obviously her mother. And it was one of those things where the worst part about death is obviously, yes, someone dies. I get it. To me, the worst part is obviously that they're no longer with you, but that the future generation doesn't get to know them. So like she passed away when Damon, my 13-year-old, was 8. He remembers her, he knows her, he sees pictures, he sees videos, but he's never going to really, really know her. You know, and it's one of those things like his girlfriend in high school, his future wife, she's never going to know her. And it just pisses me off on that note. And you're probably thinking, okay, well, Rubio, everyone dies. Well, yeah, I'm famous for saying that. Yeah, everyone dies. That's like, I've told you the story 1,000 times about my grandmother. We called her Mako. When she died at 98, they did the bad move of having me be one of the speakers. Not in the church because they didn't do the eulogy for me because they knew I'd be way too out of control. But when I did, my grandma was 98 when she passed. The thing I opened with was, "Are you sad that she's gone?" And I said, "Not really. I'm sad, but she ran the race. She's 98. How long are we talking about going here, guys?" And the last 4 or 5 years, it wasn't really the Maka. Remember, that's what I called her. It wasn't the one that I grew up knowing. She was feeble. She was becoming ill. She was more bedridden. And you don't want to see people go through that. And the way I really started to really hate death was when I've told you before about how Damon, when he was 2 years old, his liver failed and he was going to need a liver transplant. And so we got to Seattle Children's Hospital, did all that. And they said, okay, he's going next for a liver transplant, but then everything got fixed on its own. We were about a month and a half. But we were in that Seattle Children's Hospital. Shout out to Seattle Children's Hospital because they were absolutely phenomenal. But you're in this wing of all these kids. And I remember we had one nurse that was very, very good. And I was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Thank God we finally got one nurse who's really good because he was getting pokes every 4 hours, I think it was. So pokes were shots. So he had to take blood, do all this stuff every 4 hours. And she was one she had a nice bedside manner. She was all this. And I said, okay, see you tomorrow or whatever. She goes, oh no, we're on rotation. And I'm like, what do you mean you're on rotation? She said, well, we're not allowed to stay with the same kid for more than 24 hours. And well, that's stupid. Well, I'd like to build a relationship. She goes, that's why they do it. They don't want us to build a relationship in case the worst thing happens to the kid. And that's where I started to really, really dislike death. I know everyone dislikes it, but I remember walking down the halls with Damon, just kind of shuffling. And then you look in one room and the kid wasn't there. There was a certain kid and you're like, oh, where's that kid? And the nurse would just kind of look at you. You're like, oh, Jesus. So, knocking kids out when they're, before they've lived their life, that's just no bueno in my book. And today is the 1-year anniversary of my good friend Jim Gingrich passing. Pick 3, Jenna. There's dipshit Jim out on Coeur d'Alene Lake in our old boat. This is a guy that I've spent many a time with. He's the one who befriended me the first time I came to Idaho. He taught me a lot of things about how to be an Idahoan. We went on vacations together. He's just, a great, great guy. And tragically, he took his own life a year ago today. And I still remember the exact moment Eric Knight called me. And I ended up making the calls to all the buddies on Decades, which will be coming on right after this at 6:30 p.m. And I just want to talk and say to everyone, enjoy those that are around you. And if you have to, I want you to send them a quick text, a quick call, a quick video message. Those are great because it shows true emotion. And just say, hey, just let you know I appreciate you. That's it. Love you. Have a good day, dude. That's it. I don't care if it's a guy to guy, guy to girl, girl to guy, parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle. It takes 5 seconds to do it. If you don't know how to do it, I will show you how to do it. I may do a little how-to segment on this, but just do that for me because at some point they're not going to be there and you can't call them. It was 2 weeks ago. I literally picked up my phone and started at favorites, Jim Gingrich, because I had something to tell him. And I was like, holy Jesus, he's gone. And it had been like, 11 months. And I still do that. And I do it all the time with Barb, okay, where I have something to tell her. And I'm like, oh, let me just call her. I'm like, shit, I can't call her. So just do me a favor, do yourself a favor. If you have the time, make sure you say you appreciate to someone, you support them, you love them, do what you got to do, because everything happens for a reason and people are going to pass away, but just make sure you live your life. All right, let's move on to something a little bit more joyful. This is a segment that I didn't want to have to do. I looked at it and I said, no, Rubio, you're not going to do it. You shouldn't have to do it. But then I said, you know what? The viewers on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, TikTok, they need it. They need me to do this because you probably haven't seen it on mainstream media, and I need to inform you. And Jenna proved it, and she didn't. And she's violent. If she didn't tell me to shut up and not do it, then I would have not done it. Okay. Hey, brother, what's going on, my man? You want to talk about a stud right there? Nana Mona, high five. So there are winners and losers in life. Let's talk about Anna Paulina Luna. Who is she? See, she's a congresswoman, excuse me. She's a wife, and she's an Air Force vet. You know how much I love the troops. Last week, she became an overnight sensation because a video leaked. Okay, usually when a video leaks, it's something bad. It came out of her. No, that'd be odd. Came out of her. Well, no, it does. Sorry, came out. Yeah, of her. Yeah. Am I doing this right, Jenna? Yeah. Okay. She was on a video that came out. Jenna, let's play the video for the one that's all controversy. Okay, for those that are listening on iTunes and Spotify, there's a Hispanic lady. She's probably, Jenna, I don't know heights and weights. I'd say 5'6", 5'7". She's normal female. She looks phenomenal in a bathing suit. She's wearing a one-piece Make America Great Again swimsuit, and she's got an American flag behind her. Jenna, just for the viewers one more time, because I don't think they got a good view. Let's do a replay of that. This is for the troops and as well as for everyone watching. Okay, she turns around. She's got butt cheeks. They're solid. The whole thing makes her look fantastic. And immediately, use your words, dude. I'm trying to, Hannah. I'm getting through this segment. Democrats immediately started trying to dunk on her on this. Like, this is unpatriotic. How could you dare? A congresswoman should not act like this. What do you mean? Why is this unpatriotic? There's literally an American flag in the background, and she's got a Make America Great Again swimsuit on that's red, white, and blue. And she's a congresswoman, and she's also an Air Force vet. You couldn't get more. This video craps bald eagles and terrorists die just watching this video. So I don't even understand why you would dunk on her. And this is from the party that trying to dunk on her. That remember, they have problems saying what is a woman. So is this a woman? Because if this is a woman, yeah. So I don't know. If she feels, Jenna says, if she feels confident and strong doing it, let her do it. Yeah, and it's not like she's Jabba the Hutt. This is a smoke show. I mean, if it was someone like 5'2", 797 pounds, and she's wearing that, I not to be mean, I don't think I want to see that. I know I don't want to see that, but I don't think anyone else does either. And if she's just, like Jenna said, she's strutting it around, she's doing her little Saturday Night Fever, I'd say the same thing. Jenna doesn't want to see that either. Okay, immediately backfires if she was 3,000 pounds, yeah, no, it immediately backfires because people start looking, and there's other photos of Anna Paulina Luna that come out. So pick 5 and 6, Jenna. For those listening on Spotify and iTunes, now she's at a beach. She's got an American flag. I don't know if that's a G-string, Jenna. I don't know what kind of suit that is. It's basically going up her butt cheeks a little bit. And then she's got another one. She's in a room with another American flag bikini, and she looks fantastic. And so all the Democrats are pulling this up saying, like, oh my God, this is so unclassy. Why? It's a one-piece bikini. It's got American flags on it. She looks great. If this is your biggest hurdle or this is your biggest weapon you're going to use against someone, you're going to lose, man. Like, literally no one's going to look at that and go, oh my God, no, I can't. And oh, there it is. Okay. It's just stupid. And it brought out this trend that I don't know if I support it or not, but more Republican women begin to post photos to back Anna Paulina Luna. So let's go pick 7. The other ones can't fit. The swimsuit looks great on her. Nana Mona coming in hot. Jenna, you have pick 7. So there's a Republican lady. She posted this photo backing Anna Paulina Luna. Now, remember, I did not want to do this segment. Let's go to pick 8. Oh, there's 3 more. 3 more in a bikini for those listening on iTunes and Spotify. Pick 9. Oh, there's another one. A girl by the pool, some sort of blue mermaid suit or something. And number 10. There's 2 more. I think those were 2 from the other ones. And final, Lauren Boebert on pick 11. She's another congressman. or congresswoman or senator or something like that. But she's, out there doing all this stuff as well. Yeah. And Jenna says it's classic, like a Baywatch bathing suit. Yeah, they look like smoke shows, and I think those were one piece, right, Jenna? Those were just red one piece bathing suits, and they look great. So I don't know what to tell you. I don't see what the problem is. Jenna confirmed they were, and and once again, I did not want to do this segment. I feel bad that I had to do it, but it's one of those that I feel that the audience needed, because I don't think it was coming out on mainstream media, and I wanted you guys to be in the know. So I took one. I jumped in front of the stage. I took one for the team on that one. You know what else I'm going to take? I'm going to take a little break. Jenna, let's go to commercial. Jenna, I'm out.
You have been watching The Rubio Method.
Let's get going, gang!
Our dedicated staff is ready to work for you. Artbeat specializes in custom apparel. Call us or order online. Free shipping nationwide. Custom printed shirts are our specialty, and we make sure you get exactly what you want. Bring in your own design or let our team create one for you. Promote your business, event, or club with pens, caps, bottles, mugs, and more.
Creating cool since 1985.
Take it away, Rubio.
Focus up. Todd, I'm talking to you at Artbeat. Thanks for everything you do. Like I said, you guys can go online or just call Artbeat out in Lewiston. They do all my graphics. They do a wonderful, wonderful job. And they do truly, like, I've gone to them before and say, hey, I'm thinking about this, like, put this on a shirt, but I want it to be like this, that. And they have their creative minds. Some people have that creative mind, which I do not. They do. So if you have anything that you just want done special, they do it. I've done a lot of times where I've gone on vacation with a group of people, and we'll get a certain shirt that everyone has to wear so we can be that dorky group. I don't care. What are you going to do? Welcome back to episode 72 of the Rubio Method, Death, Bikinis, and Love. We've talked about death and bikinis. Are we going to talk about love right now? No, we're not. Accept and embrace. The Democratic National Convention is happening this week in Chicago, and it is a doozy. Right off the bat, you have to clean out all the hobos, because Chicago's gotten in such a bad area nowadays, because it has the most restricted gun laws in the country. Anywhere, if you've ever been to Chicago, they've got no guns here, stickers every single place, and every single weekend. You can look up the stats. There's probably like 70 shootings and 15 deaths every single weekend. But the criminals must not be looking at those bumper stickers, so because they should be able to stop them, I guess. So how did they prepare for this? Well, they put up walls all the way around the United Center. That's where the Chicago Bulls play, and the Blackhawks play hockey. So they put up one wall, then two walls, and now they have three walls surrounding it, which is very funny to me, because remember, walls don't work. Walls are stupid. Walls don't work. The second thing, they increased the police force by like 10 times the amount. Okay, which is weird, because don't they want to defund the police? Am I wrong on that? If I had some hair, I'd pull it out. But I think they wanted to defund the police. And the last thing, to get in, you got to show an ID. Which, don't they want IDs canceled for voting? Like, oh, but you need an ID to get in there, but not to vote? I don't know. It seems kind of ironic. Is that the word I'm looking for? Or hypocrisy? Is that the word I'm looking for, Jenna? I don't know. And so they've already expected to arrest over 100,000 people in the first 4 days. They're expected to do that. Yesterday, they've already had some sort of scuttlebutt. I knew I wanted to throw that word in there. Scuttlebutt, where people already broke down the barriers, pro-Palestine, pro-Hamas. They're doing this. They're fighting over this, blah, blah, blah. No one's really paying attention anymore. And here's some other good, funny things about it. There's a Planned Parenthood mobile RV. Okay, mobile RV, this big, what's it called? It's a motorhome, and it's has mobile vasectomy and medical abortion RVs there. And there was a wait list on the first day. Okay, number one, if you're getting a vasectomy, make sure that baby's parked. You don't need scissors and or scalpels and or lasers and or flamethrowers near your manhood if that thing's going down the road. So let's make sure it's parked. And they're giving out medical abortion pills. Well, here's, pill, boom, baby, game over. Do you understand that you're literally killing your party? Like, you can believe what you want to do what you want to do. I don't care. It's your body, not mine. But I'm saying, if you're doing all that, you're literally just killing off your party. Okay. Joey B's last night final speaker, he went well into the night, which was kind of sad because, Joey B got kicked out. There was basically a coup to get him out. And the whole night was everyone talking about how great is Joey B. And he just really threw himself on the sword for this one. And God, I can't believe he's such an honorable man where he decided I could step down for the party because I just didn't have it. Where a month ago they said he's all in, he's fantastic. And did he really want to step down? Hell no, he didn't. Obviously not. But, they anointed Kamala as the next one, which her and I have the same amount of votes to become the Democratic Party. No better place to have the DNC. John Quiggle, I would 100% agree with you. I would 100%. When I found out that they were doing it there, I was like, this is fantastic. I love it. I think it's a great idea. Joey B was the last night speaker. He spoke at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, went on for about a half an hour. And whatever meds they had him on was fantastic because it was the rage Joey B. It wasn't the real calm Joey B, where he still slurred. Don't get me wrong. He's 90 years old. Of course he's going to slur, but he had like fire and brimstone and he was raging and you could see it like in his neck. And the best part was he was telling lies that these are easily verifiable lies. Like he said, many fine people on both sides. Oh, Trump said that. I can't believe he said that. No, he didn't. It's like literally been verified 50,000 times that he didn't. Oh, and he's going to ban abortion nationwide. He's literally come out and said it 15,000 times. No, I'm not. It's going back to the states. So it's one of those things that he's just saying these things and everyone in their offended. Of course, they're rah, 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 rah. And they did a We Love Joe chant. We Love Joe. It was great, too. If you get a chance, Nancy Pelosi, they pan over to her. And she's the one who basically orchestrated the coup of getting him out. She's just looking down basically at her popcorn going, we love Joe. We love Joe. We love Joe. So it was kind of bad and it was not that good. And if you want to know, so Joey B goes the first night and obviously he's going to go the last night to present Kamala like, hey, here's Kamala, blah, blah. Nah, Joey B took off last night. He took off for California for vacation. It's not like anything's happening in the world right now. Not like anything's happening in the United States with the border and economy and all that good stuff. You need a good 5-day vacations. And if he stays till Friday, he will have spent 41% of his vacation or his presidency on vacation. 41%. Holy hell. And everyone's going to say, well, El Trumpo was golfing a lot. Yeah. And did you see how many times he was golfing with like other world leaders and doing meetings? If you've ever been on a golf course and you play 18 holes, it takes like 4 or 5 hours. Those are great business opportunities. And that's what like way El Trumpo ran the country, was just like a businessman. Okay. Was he an ass? Yeah. Did he get things done? Yeah. Email question coming in from Rubio at therubiomethod.com. Rubio, what are 2 things you could not live without? Well, the smart ass answer would be oxygen and water, but I would have to say 2 things that I could not live without. My family, obviously, that's due with the smart ass of an answer. At this point, I hate to say it's probably my cell phone. I hate being attached to it, but that would be one thing. And pizza. I love pizza. I had 2 pieces of pizza a day for lunch. I love it so much. And if you guys, do you have an air fryer, Jenna? I just discovered that you put the air fryer on, whatever temperature it is, and it's in our stove. And I put my 2-piece pizza in, and you put it on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes, that pizza comes out crunchy, just like you bought it from the pizza parlor. Absolute game changer. Like I haven't microwaved pizza since I found out about this air fryer situation. And it's wonderful. Like, Jenna, do you air fry pizza? If you don't, air frying is amazing. Yeah, it's some sort of new technology. I don't know what's happening. I didn't even know I had one. And then my wife, Jolie, she goes, you should air fry that pizza. And I'm like, what does that mean? I didn't even know what it meant. Never heard of it. She goes, you put it in there, press air fryer, boom, 15 minutes. Holy hell, game changer. Back to what I was saying. You get me talking about pizza, Jenna, and all hell breaks loose. You just air fried apple crisps or crisp? I hope crisp, because if you're deep fried apple gang members, that's a problem. The top was so crispy. What the hell is an apple crisp? You just slice an apple and you put it in there? Do you put like cinnamon or butter? Sounds tasty. So was it deep fried, Jenna? Was it like a deep fried fruit? Because I've seen those like at Trader Joe's, which, by the way, I protest Trader Joe's because I don't like their stupid small carts and I don't like their stupid small aisles. That's just a side note. It is a dessert. I know it's a dessert, Jenna, but did you slice the apple? Is that what it is? You just slice it and throw it in there and call it a day? Do you put cinnamon on it? I need to know more about this. And if you want to know what the priorities were, I read this set and I had a triple checking. So I was like, no. Oh, it's almost like a cobbler, Jenna says. Oh, hello. Poutine, no, Jesus God. Hannah, bite your tongue. Jenna, don't put up his next comment if he's going to come in with that poutine crap. If you want to know about priorities last night at the Democratic National Convention, here's the priorities. You ready? I'm going to say, here's the word inflation. Okay, it's kind of a big thing. Everyone's talking about how everything costs more, inflation, blah, blah, blah. They said the word inflation 3 times all night long. And it went from like 5:30 to midnight. So we're talking about 7 hours. Inflation was said 3 times. The word prices, everyone's concerned about prices, 5 times. Crime, everyone's obviously concerned about crime, especially in Chicago. It was mentioned 6 times. So basically once an hour. The term border, but the word border, okay, everyone's concerned about the border. It was mentioned 8 times, just 8 times. Economy, we're getting warm now. It was mentioned 27 times, so that's good. Economy, they're pumping it up a little bit, okay? That's about 3 times an hour, basically, maybe 4. Economy was mentioned 27 times. Okay, so let's review. Economy 27 times, border 8, crime 6, prices 5, inflation 3. Guess how many times they said the word Trump? 147 times. 147 times they mentioned Donald J. Trump's name. Holy hell. If you've ever heard of TDS, Trump derangement syndrome, they got it, man. When you mention your opponent 147 times in one night, that is insane. Okay, so you're thinking Rubio. How many times did they mention Joey B at the Republican National Convention? Great question. And the answer is 2 over 4 days. So 2 times over 4 days, they said Joe Biden. That's it. They mentioned El Trumpo 147 times in one night. For the love of God, let it go. Just focus on your own policies, my man. Oh, God. And they're still pushing that J.D. Vance and El Trumpo are quote unquote weird. But here's just a little video of what's going on outside the convention. Video 12, Jenna. Okay, for those that are listening on iTunes and Spotify, you had 5 or 6. I think they're dudes. I don't know. Some of them have got beanies on, which it's summertime in Chicago, so it's got to be 90 degrees with 90% humidity. All of them have masks on because the Rona's very dangerous outside. What the frog fart is that crap? Exactly, Hannah. And then one dude, was that a piccolo, Jenna? Because I thought it sounded like a flute, but then I was thinking maybe it was like that 5th grade recorder option thing you had. And then play it again, Jenna, but not the whole thing. Look at the guy on my far right, or is it left? I don't know what. He's playing some of that Mr. Miyagi thing that he did in Karate Kid 2 when he shook it, and he's doing, oh, you can't play it again? Okay, if you could, it's gone. Okay, no worries. Well, there was some dude, no worries, Jenna, some dude playing some sort of like mini tiny tambourine drum. I don't know what was going on there, but you're calling J.D. Vance and El Trumpo weird when you got these dudes singing about fascists coming back home? Like, really? Are you sure? But don't worry. This is a time of joy for the Kamala campaign. They have to be joyous. They're full of joy. They're joyful. Rubio, why are you saying the word joy so much? Well, I love to show you these. Where the media gets its talking points, it just goes, baby, goes. Pick 13, Jenna. If you're listening on Spotify and iTunes, there's about 19 different headlines bringing back the joy. Kamala Harris rally blows away. No, now Joy's firing her campaign. Ticket wheels joy against Donald Trump. Why Kamala Harris new politics of joy, the best way to fight fascism. Kamala Harris knocks down Trump in her DC speech without popping the joy balloon. Joy, joyful, joy is. Democrats' joy is. Harris is pushing joy. Okay, I don't give a crap if you're pushing joy. I'm pushing for lower prices. I'm looking for a better America. That would bring me joy. Okay, that's what I want to go to my grocery store and not have to spend $175 on 4 steaks, some Doritos, and some salsa and chips. Okay, and speaking of Doritos, oh bless their heart. Kamala is doing a new commercial where she's walking in. It's very not planned at all. She's going in with her husband, Dougie, and they go to this little convenience store, 7-Eleven, Nom Nom, Maverick, whatever you call it, Zip Trip. I don't know. What do you guys call them out in Canada? Do you even have those things, Jenna? They're like little 7-Eleven. I don't know if you guys have those. Probably have poutine fountains, like with the Slurpee machines. And, oh, you have 7-Eleven. God love you. How do you say it in French? 7-Eleven? I don't know. So she walks through this little Maverick and she's like, hey, Dougie, have you found him? And he's like, boom, I found your Doritos, honey. And they have this moment. And you're like, okay, that was really stupid and no one cares. but it was dumb. It's so bad. They ended up doing the exact same commercial with Tim Walz, the VP. So she's literally walking through the same store, and he's like, "Hey, Kamala, I found your Doritos that you're looking for." He's like, "Thanks, Tim." Who said this was a good move, man? And are they so out of tune with reality that they think this is normal? Like, this is just stupid. And it just shows how out of touch they are. So I guess that was what's a kind of question? Not hypothetical, rhetorical. It was a rhetorical question because I knew the answer. But like, are you so out of touch? Yes, you are out of touch, where you think this is what normal people want to see. Like oh, Dougie's got my Doritos. Hey, Tim's got the Doritos, and it's the same exact place, the same exact commercial. We've already seen it, but they think that's gonna be the people. But it just shows that they've been in the political spectrum for so long that they don't even know what real life is. And that's why, as much as El Trumpo is a billionaire, the dude still is a real dude. Like I said, that's why he comes off as an ass. That's why he doesn't speak with a political tone. And then you get these politicians who just boom, 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 boom. There was a guy yesterday on there who he was one of the speakers, and his teleprompter stopped. And he says, "And Donald Trump, you know what he's supposed to be doing?" And the teleprompter stopped. He's like, he's supposed to be doing, and he didn't know what to say. It just shows that they're not even real human beings, and it just doesn't even make sense to me. All right, Jenna, let's go to one more commercial, then we'll finish it up with two more. Working hard is not enough, and confidence is the key. Jenna, I'm out.
You have been watching The Rubio Method.
Hey, it's AC of AC Sports Live, an interactive sports talk show where your comments are part of the show. Every show we focus on the sports stories of today, with commentary on sports takes, My 2 Cents, which is a reaction to my social media feed, Sports Flicks, where we take a look at sports movies and give a quick review. We have a segment called Mental Reps, where we have words of inspiration to help battle the dark side of men's mental health. And then there's the Tender Love Report, who's being soft or petty in the world of sports. All takes are welcome under one condition: say it with your chest. I'll see you there.
Take it away, Rubio.
Focus up. I'm talking to you, Cindy, out in, that's not Post Falls. We'll just say Spokane Valley. No, it's a rough day for you. Big hugs from Idaho. If I was there, I'd be squeezing you tight. Okay. So shout out to Cindy. I wanted to say one more thing on Kamala before we got to working hard is not enough. She went yesterday to have a Primanti Brothers sandwich. She was in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has Primanti Brothers, phenomenal place. They've got sandwiches, they got fantastic bread. I have a lot of relatives out in the Pittsburgh area, so I've been there several times. And all these people were in the Primanti Brothers. They're sitting there eating, and their Kamala's coming in. So they're like, okay, sure, we'll eat her sausage or bread, whatever here. They kicked everyone out that was already there, and then they bust in a whole bunch of actors. So even her setups are completely set up. Like, you can't, El Trumpo, you see him walking into a KFC. Olivia M. Thank you, Rubio. Thank you, Olivia, for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. So yeah, even the Primanti Brothers. Working hard is not enough. All right, so my doctor after last show tells me, Rubio, you need to talk about Jordan Peterson more. Remember, Jordan Peterson's that professor out in Canada. Jenna probably knows a lot more about him. He's been on Joe Rogan. He came to light about 8 years ago, I think it was, maybe a little bit longer, when in Canada they were starting to say you can get arrested if Jenna's talking to me and she says, hey, what's up, dude? And I said, no, my pronouns are she, her. She goes, well, you're obviously a dude. And I said, yeah, and I can call the cops and say, she's not referring to me by proper pronouns. She can get a ticket or arrested. And when this first started back in Canada, he says, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this at all, because once you start this, go down this, you take away my speech, you take away everything. You take away my thought process. We're not doing this at all. And so he fought it hard, got kicked out of the school, blah, blah, blah. And he's written probably 6 or 7 books. But one book that I want to talk to you about from my doctor is called 12 Rules of Life, An Antidote to Chaos. Pick 14, Jenna. If you do not own this book, I highly recommend it. It's Jordan B. Peterson, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. It's a simple read. You can read it in probably a day, day and a half. Jenna, how long did it take you to read it? I've read it a couple times. It's very, very, very good book. I know for a fact Whitney from One Shot Charlie's, one of our fantastic sponsors on the Rubio Method, she gives this book out at graduations and for kids that, she go to their graduation party or whatever, and she puts money inside the pages, say $100, $200, whatever, in 20s, just so she knows, okay, if you read the book, you're going to find money, but I'm not going to tell you the money's in there. So I think that's a great idea. Shout out to Whitney. I read it once. I don't remember a long time ago. Okay. So I'm going to just talk about the 12 rules, and we're going to go through them real quick because they're very, very basic rules. But once you hear them, they're going to make you think, oh, okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. So number one, stand up straight with your shoulders back. Yeah. Show the world your chest. As AC always says, say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. He comes on at 9 p.m. Pacific time. AC Sports Live. Don't forget to check him out. Stand up straight with your shoulders back. Yeah, that seems like a very easy one to do, but it sets you up for confidence and all that's good stuff, and lets you look out into the world instead of slouching. Number two, treat yourself like someone you were responsible for helping. Yeah, if you think about it, if you were responsible for helping someone, like a child, you would treat yourself pretty damn well if that was you. And if you were you're helping a kid, but imagine you're your kid, you would treat yourself pretty damn well. So that's a great one. Treat yourself like someone you're responsible for helping. Number three, befriend people who want the best for you. Love this one. Hang out with you are who you hang out with. Hang out with good people, you're going to become a good person. You hang out with an asshole, you're going to become an asshole. You hang out with an idiot, you're going to become an idiot. You can hang out with funny people, you're going to become funny most likely. You can hang out with outgoing people, you're going to become an outgoing person. You hang out with introverts, you're going to become an introvert. Very, very simple. Reminds me of a great story my grandfather told me one time. He said, Christopher, big man, 6'5", 300 pounds, looked like one of the bears from the Country Bear Jamboree out in Disneyland. If you don't know what that is, look it up. He'd say, Christopher, one of the best days you know in life. And I was probably 6 or 7. He's very rough around the edges if you want to know where I get it. One of the best days of your life is when you know someone doesn't like you. Oh, okay. Why, Grandpa? Because then you don't have to be nice to them anymore. Well, okay. Once you find out that they're an asshole, that's great. You don't have to dissociate with them anymore. You move on from that person. Okay, good advice. All right. Number 4, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. I love that one. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Notice he doesn't say compare yourself to someone else. Just who were you yesterday? Say you're on a diet and yesterday you had 4 pieces of pizza. Today, just have 2. Okay, how are you yesterday? Don't go against the track runner. Today I can run 1 mile. Yesterday I couldn't run a mile. Tomorrow, if I can run 1.1, I'll be happy. But I'm not going to say I'll run as much as Jenna. She's way more in shape. She can do all this stuff. She does all that CrossFit crap. Number 5, do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Yeah, that's an obvious one. This is one where I don't get a lot of parents you see where their kid starts like banging something on the restaurant table or something like that, and they're like, stop it, Johnny. Stop, Johnny. No, you grab the damn fork and you take it away. It's very simple. You remove the object because why would I let him do anything that I dislike? And why would it would cause me to dislike them? Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Yeah. Number 6, set your house in order before you criticize the world. Yeah. Clean up your own crap before you start arguing about other people. This is one where I always talk about kids in the transfer portal where, in college football now you could transfer out of schools. I always say, hey, before you leave, the grass may be greener on the other side because maybe they water the grass. So have you been watering your grass? If not, you might want to look into that. So set your house in order before you criticize the world. Number 7, pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. Yes. Pursue what has meaning, not just something that's quick, because quick is easy. Okay, quick is very, very, very easy. We got it. Okay, how long does it take to make a Toyota Camry? Okay, probably not that long. Probably about a week from start to finish. How long does it take to make a Rolls Royce? I think it's months or even a year. Okay, go for what is meaningful, not what is expedient. 8, tell the truth, or at least don't lie. If you can't tell the truth, just shut up. It's a lot easier if you just tell the truth. Number 9, assume whoever you're listening to knows something you don't. Oh, hell yeah. I'm big on this one. Jenna knows I am because she yells at me too about it, I think. Assume whoever you listen to knows something you don't. I get in trouble for this all the time out here because I'm always asking questions. And all my buddies say, Rubio, shut up and look. Just watch us do it. I'm like, no. I want to know why you're doing it. Tell me why you're doing it. I just literally did it on Saturday or Sunday. We went upriver and they stopped at Red Wolf Beach. And I go, why was it called Red Wolf Beach? I don't know. My dad told me that. Okay, but why did your dad tell you that? I don't know. His dad told him. Okay, well, why did his dad tell him? Oh, I don't know. Shut up. Well, I want to know. I want to know why it's called Red Wolf Beach. And so I love this one. So do not assume whoever you're listening to knows something you don't. Big fan of that one. Number 10, be precise in your speech. Yeah, that's no problem. I would say be precise in your speech. Be the anti-Kamala. Don't do word salads. If you listen to any sentence she has, if say it's 27 words, it could be easily done in 17 words or 10. Okay, be precise in your speech. Number 11, do not bother children while they're while they're skateboarding. Do not bother children while they're skateboarding. Love this. And he's not just talking about skateboarding, obviously. He's basically saying, if you see your kids doing something adventurous, let them go. Are they going to hurt themselves? Probably. Are they going to learn? Yes. Okay. If you see your kid walking on a 3-foot wall and you're like, hey, this idiot's going to fall. I know he's going to fall. Let him fall. Let him be a little adventurous. If you're holding his hand the entire time and you don't cut the cord, that kid is going to be a mama's boy or a daddy's boy the entire time, and it's going to be an issue. Let them go. Number 12, pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. I like this one too, because you can find out a lot about a person if they're friendly to animals. You ever see people that are just not friendly to animals? They're usually kind of an idiot. You kind of worry about those people because they're a little sketchy. And it's also, I think this one, pet a cat when you encounter one on the street, also brings up the fact of, you know what? Take some time, smell the roses. So that's my Jordan B. Peterson plug. I highly recommend the book, 12 Rules of Life, An Antidote to Chaos. Let's move on. Confidence is the key, the final segment before we get to the bottom line. A lot of you are giving me crap about watching The Love Boat. And you know I don't care. I told you that I watch the Hallmark Channel all the time. But now the Hallmark Channel is going on the back burner because I'm on season 2, episode 1 of The Love Boat. In case you're wondering, season 1 had 24 episodes. So and each episode is about 52 minutes long. So I do them as I'm doing all my emails and things like that, or I'm mowing the lawn or whatever. So the Love Boat, let's go to pick 15 for those that don't know. It's the real deal. It started in 1977. Pick 15, Jenna. There you go. Oh my God, look at that cast and crew. Fantastic. And you those that I'm going to explain each member of the cast so you know how this pertains to life. It ran for 9 years and it was star-studded to say the least. So you're looking at these guys and say, yeah, Ruby, I don't know. If you know the show, you know who they are. If you don't know the show, you're like, there's not one famous actor in there. And you're right. I don't think any one of them did anything else because probably The Love Boat was just the peak as it should be. But every single episode had star-studded cast. Like they'd have 2 or 3 stars. And you're like, okay, how big are stars? Jenna, can you play video 16 and just check out the star-studded cast?
Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on a new romance. Won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on a friendly shore. It's love. Welcome aboard. It's love.
Jenna, were you rocking in your chair like I was? Anyone that listened to that and wasn't doing like a little hip sway, you're a damn liar. Yeah, Jenna was too. I told you, it's addicting. And that's the Love Boat theme song. Some call it cheesy. Some call the show even poorly written. I say they're morons. I think it teaches all watchers lessons in life. Okay, you're saying, Rubio, what the hell are you talking about? Now you're way off. Nana Mona, she gets it. She watches it. Still a great show. Hell yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. You can pull up all the seasons. Fantastic. I'm telling you, watch episode 1, season 1. If you don't like it, you got a problem. All right, so let's go through the cast. And I'm going to tell you how it pertains to real life. Pick 17, Captain Merrill Stubing. Kind of a weird name, I'm not going to lie to you, but he's a badass. If you don't know him, he's by far the leader. Obviously, he's the captain. He's known for being stern, but following the rules no matter what. So he's the guy in your life. He's stern, but follows the rules. Kind of an ass when you need him to, but he keeps everything, no pun intended, ship shape. Let's go to pick 18, Dr. Adam Bricker. Dr. Adam Bricker. Okay, little risky. He's smart. He's obviously a doctor. Need one of those guys around, and he keeps everyone on their toes. He's a little overly sexual. He's been divorced 4 times, and he pretty much hits on anything with a heartbeat. But he's one of those guys you'd like to have around. Got some quick, witty things like that. Let's go to pick 19, Isaac Washington, the bartender. Look at that. What a great guy. Great mustache too, by the way. He's the guy who's always there to listen to your problems. He's always there to listen to your problems. And as you can tell by the photo, he's always got a great smile. You definitely want to hang out with this dude. Next, you've got the human purser. I don't know what the hell the job is, but it's Gopher Smith. He's kind of the dork of the group, as you can see. He knows his role. I'm assuming that's why they call him Gopher. They don't really explain that because he just goes everything. He doesn't complain and he gets things done. So he's the kind in your life. He knows his role, gets things done, doesn't complain. Fantastic. Let's go to pick 21. Julie McCoy, cruise director, cute as a button, as they would say. She keeps everyone moving and is positive. Keeps everyone moving and is positive. The Love Boat cast was a team, and everyone knew their role and listened to one another with their heart. If you ever watch a show, they all know their role, they're all doing their thing, but they all listen to each other with their hearts. They never want any ill will towards another passenger, obviously, and they don't want ill will towards one of their crewmates. They're like a big family, a big team. They were the glue, but how is this like life? Let me explain it to you. Life is made up of your core group, okay? Everyone knows who your core group is, and I'm not just talking about your family. Okay, because my wife, my 3 boys, okay, that's my core group. I'm talking about extended family, and I'm also talking about my extended family and friends. So that you have a group of, say, like 10, maybe less. Let's get 5 to 15 total people. That would be your core group. I wouldn't even say it's double digits. That's your core group, and it's going to change. My core group has changed over the time. When I was in high school, it was, I hung out with other fat kids. That's what we did. We hung out with other fat kids. We were so fat that my mom, this is a true story, she used to have this, those little egg timers. I had 3 friends. They were fatter and fattest. And we'd sit down. She'd have the egg timer for 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, we had to move cushions because we would break the couch. This is not a joke. From high school to college, went more to football. Okay. After college, I went to teaching. That became my core group. Okay. After teaching, it became long standing. That became my core group. Then I moved up to Idaho, my core group. I've got a whole bunch of people that I'm always hanging out with, sitting down, having some fun, maybe a couple cocktails, enjoying life, looking at the view, going in the pool, playing what the hell is it called? Holy board. Jesus, what the hell is it talking about? And it's going to adjust. Also, when you have kids, it adjusts because they start to do sports and you have to intermingle with that family and those families. And if you don't, then you're going to have a problem. So life is made up of your core group. Your core group is going to adjust. And then you throw in a bunch of weirdos. Okay, that's just the normal people in life. The people that you kind of associate with, but you don't really associate with. Those are the other cruise passengers on the boat. So all these ships have these crews. Okay, that's your life. And then you have your core group, that's your cruise, your crew on the cruise. And then you have the extra weirdos that you kind of just mingle, put a little salt and pepper in your life. And that, my friends, is how the Love Boat is like real life. You didn't think I could do it, did you? And I did. So ha, 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 ha. All right, Jenna, let's keep moving. The bottom line. For those of you who don't know, the bottom line is all the stuff that you should have learned without even realizing you learned it. Number 1, we're all going to die. But do your best to dictate how you live your best and longest life while you can. This goes back to my grandmother, Barb, Jim. Everyone's going to die, but do your best to dictate how you live your best and longest life while you can. And don't forget your little homework assignment. Make sure you go send someone a quick message, say how much you appreciate, support, and love them. Number 2, sometimes the simplest rules make the most sense. This goes right back to Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules of Life. Those rules were not hard. You did not need to be Stephen Hawking or Good Will Hunting to figure out those damn rules. A 3rd grader with a 3rd grade education could figure out those rules. But he broke them down so well, okay, that sometimes the simplest rules make the most sense. Number 3, life is made up of your core group. So surround yourself with good people. Like we're talking about the Love Boat. Okay. They surrounded themselves with good people. It became a great show. And it became a show that you learn some stuff. Nana Mona loves it. I'm sure others do, and they're just afraid to admit it. So life is made up of your core group. So surround yourself with good people. Jenna, that was fantastic. 47 minutes, 37 seconds. Went a little quick, but it was great. You guys did wonderful. Thank you for liking on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. Make sure you share and subscribe and spread the word. All right. The audience is growing weekly, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you once again to Artbeat and One Shot Charlie's, our fantastic sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor the Rubio Method, just email rubio@therubiomethod.com. On that note, Jenna, I'm out.
Thanks for watching the Rubio Method. Be sure to spread the word. And don't forget to subscribe, like, or follow on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google, Amazon, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook.